Hey, God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for getting us to our cause. And I thank you for all the kind words and that you have put in for me and my editor. We really appreciate it. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Now, we all know that this is the greatest painting on the planet as a duet. It is a Leonardo da Vinci painting of Jesus Christ proposing to the older Mona Lisa, as you can see. Now, inside the image of this, it's not only just a diary, and it's not only got trillions of images, and then it has over 7,000 micro images. This image here, it was pulled out of a spot in here, and let me see if I can kind of give you a general. If you end up with like these little areas where the canvas showed for where the frame of the painting once was, you'll end up with an image that you can examine of. This is the canvas. Let me put this down. I'm sorry. Let me put this down, and it would be more of a smaller level, and this is what this would be. These are webs, okay? Webs. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking who would be absolutely floored. These are the threads of the canvas. You see them? How they're running? They're running. This is knitted together. Okay? And so that is for you to see. Okay? That is a fact. Now we're talking something probably a few grains of sand. But let me show you what this is. This is a lamb. He knitted that lamb right there. He knitted that lamb, and he used it for a build. And this so happens to be in the middle right here. He did it a couple of times. Okay, this is Jesus. And he lights up kind of like a neon light when you get it under other different flows. I'm not going to be able to do that for you on this deal. Then he continues his work, after he knits. Okay, this is knitting. Okay, this is how cool this guy is. Okay, so this is Joseph. He's laying down and he floats through here. Okay, he floats through here and he's like in a bed, and that's him right there. Inside right there. Okay, he's right there. And here is Mary. Okay, and I'm going to show you Jesus, but I covered Jesus up. I'm sorry. Well, he's tiny, and I kind of got ahead of myself. But there is Mary right there, her head. So also, we're going to get to Jesus. There's a disciple here, right in here, and then there's another disciple that I buried that's right here. I'll circle him after I revert. And then on top of all that, here's the other disciple. We're going to get to this. And there's another disciple in here somewhere, and he's very difficult, and I always tell you that in everyone. But right in here, I know Jesus lights up. So he's in here, and I do believe he's this little lighter icon, but he lights up like a fluorescent bulb. Okay, just like we were doing the movies and the stars and it hangs above and all the great things in which we know about. Well, I like to ask you guys some questions sometimes. I mean, when I first originally saw this and was wondering what crazy person would have done all this, well, it has to be a reason. So the reason what I come up with is because he needs builds, and he needs lighting, and he needs all kinds of things. But just for an example, let me give you another thing that you just saw here. As you see, I'm going to watch what I do, and hopefully I do it right. I'm going to draw you out the circumference of what Leonardo da Vinci has just done before me and you. Okay? And that is when you go across and you go around and you come down and you follow this, what do you see? What do you see is coming before you? Okay? You see this. This right here. This is what you see. The outline diameter of the Mona Lisa of the two nativities. He gives you a similar metaphor or a inner hidden greatness of his works. Does not that look? It does to me. Well, I know it has to be to you because you're human. Okay, you're not a robot. Those two have the similarity of the circumference. You know, I could probably put the Mona over the top, and let me reduce the Mona a little bit, and just see how close it is without me even getting there. I did this years ago. Look at it. Doesn't it kind of give you what he's doing? So let me try it vice versa if it shows up a little bit. No, it doesn't. But you can see my outline. Okay, you can see my outline, and I just did it off a whim. So what he does is when he builds his builds, he continues his builds to flow. So what we don't see that fell off or what was there, there's these lighter spots in here to let you know what continued in his works. It gets much, much, much better. Much better. Well, I take that back. You can't get much better than this in the sense because each thing I show you is that much better to where I always say it's so much better because they're all individually the greatest to me. I don't care if it's just one little dot on the top of her nose or whatever it may be. But in one of my previous YouTubes, I deleted because I said something that I didn't want to say, and it was just even though I market YouTubes for kids, not for kids, I still like to keep things within a family-oriented way to where it doesn't misdirect or upset a soul. And it took me a little bit to drive down the road and say, did I say that? And I reviewed my own work, and sometimes beauty is in art and models, and I used the wrong metaphor for or terminology or an example for it. This is the X-ray in which it was found in my painting. Okay, that's not one of the highlights. I'm just letting you know another little stamp on the envelope. But on top of all that, this image that's behind us is the Mona Lisa turned sideways. I had to get some holy water. I'm sorry. So let me get this here and let me show you what this image is all about. First of all, if you take my image and you blow up my man's face, you'll see that my man's face, when laid upon her chest, fits perfectly in this face, same curvature, and let me slide this over, excuse me, and you'll see that the same curvature of his jaw and everything is the same. So I'm going to lose it for a second, but you can see this curve, and we're gonna lose it for a second, and my apology. But I can't, if for some reason the Photoshop will only let you do one image at a time, and I'm getting good enough to try to show you my works, or excuse me, Leo's works. But let me draw this image for you, and I have to open it up to a little higher level for you to see. Let me draw this image here, and I'm a lousy drawer. See how crooked I am, but I am being honest, and everything you see is fact. So that's his jaw. Okay, so then I go back and I hit the hand so I don't screw up on this, and I overlay my man's jaw and hopefully I got it set good for you. Probably not. And I overlay this image, okay, right there. So I'm going to take and draw my man's face so you can see that the two angle cuts are identical in his works again. So let me see if I can do it. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, maybe I'll get some points from you. Can you subscribe? There. Same. He fits exactly. Well, that's not just it. So if you could screen shoot that, that would be appreciated. You see how that is? That's 100%. So I hope you pat me on the back and put some great comments, but there's something else that goes along with this, and it is absolutely flooring. It goes along with it. So what you got to do is you take this image, and I'm going to show you the image of how my woman's shoe is in this painting that of the Mona Lisa. You know, I love you guys. Now, love is in many, many, many degrees. Some people just don't understand about love. Well, guess what? I'm still learning too, and I'm 62. And you know what? If you ever find your Mona, don't let her go. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to let her go. You know why? Because it takes two to tango. Okay. Okay. See, if you take a look at the Mona, here she is. You see her shoe? Let me show you the shoe side by side. And if you lose your love for the rest of your life, guess what you do? Go cry. Okay. Hey, now here it is. I'm going to overlay it for you. Sorry, that's not the answer, but it was funny. Anyway, you give up, I guess. Anyway, here's the shoe, and it fits perfect because I know it'll fit perfect because I've done it prior and I deleted one of these. Now, with that in mind, why is the shoe and the face doesn't come together? It's because he puts pieces all over in this. Okay, now I'm going to show you the outline of the shoe, and what you're going to see is I'm going to outline not just the shoe. On mine, I'm going to outline what's in the Mona. Okay, and here's the Mona. I just did it wrong, so give me a little leeway on some of the spots. Okay, so and then I take this image and I overlay it now. There it goes. Let me try it vice versa just to see if it comes up a little better. No, it don't. Okay, so that's the problem when you deal with some of Leonardo da Vinci stuff, is that if you end up with a light color and a dark color, you think that it'll be buoyant and it come out just like a dream, but it's not always necessary because some bleeds through. But anyway, there's the shoe and how it fits. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to hit a revert. And on the revert takes care of the shoe on my woman. Then I'm going to hit this right here, and I hit a revert, and it's going to take care of the shoe and the face on still my woman because it's the older woman. Then I'm going to take this image right here, and I'm going to show it to you side by side again, and show you something else a little bit for you to understand. When you overlay the shoe, as you see, you can see how this area of this icon fits in this area, but he gives you vague. Okay, I never did check to see how the face was. Let's see how the face is. But anyway, let's just bounce it a little bit. There's also an EL over here. And I do believe these are a lot of E's and L's over here, and it spells LOVE. But let's see. Okay, a wild guess, which I did not do. Okay, let's see if the face even shows up in this area. Okay, he's got it buried. Okay, so another hard one for me to pull. Is probably been a different wild bird. But now, for you to know that I'm telling the truth, remember, Leonardo da Vinci is an absolute magnificent code man. He hides his work, as I just showed you. He has the younger Mona Lisa. She's not even in her 20s. He has the older Mona Lisa being serenaded by Jesus Christ. It's a diary of his entire work, and that is what Leonardo da Vinci does. He hides his work because he feared to show his love, because it wasn't legal back then to be open like it is today. And that is just the way things are. You know how things have changed in words and things and such. So I hope you like the YouTube. I hope you subscribe, and I hope you watch the censor for YouTube kids. And I really, 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 really hope you say your prayers. Please say your prayers, and let's say one now. To may God bless the whole world, the whole universe, and the whole heavens, and you have a wonderful, wonderful, safe life. And don't forget to never give up on finding your true love. Maybe right in front of you, but look at everybody being as your true love, and you'll have a lot more friends, and you'll feel a lot more better about life. And that's what Leo did. He put all his dreams that he had in his painting, and I'm showing them to you. God bless all. To the Supreme God. Amen.
Have a great day.